That is going to be awesome. We're so glad about that. Well, tell us a little bit more about this. I wouldn't call it a storm, I guess, just rain showers.
Sure. There could be some storms, but overall, the severe risk isn't our main priority. It's something that we'll be watching.
Okay.
And there could be a couple warnings, but Lindsay, it's really about the heavy rain that we're going to be watching, and so that's why there's a flood watch that's going to be in effect. But a lot of your day looks good. I think we'll have a lot of dry time. I mean, we do have a few showers that are trying to skim us in parts of Greene and Owen counties, and I wouldn't be surprised if Monroe County, so around Bloomington, or maybe even south to Lawrence County, Bedford, we get skimmed by a few morning showers. Indianapolis, though, should hold mainly dry, although we're definitely getting the clouds from some of these showers passing on by. These overall are weakening over time. So I wanted to explain the weather setup, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty on how much rain may fall and at what time, and the different flood threats that, unfortunately, again, are in effect. Remember, it was this morning a week ago where we had all the flash flooding that was ongoing. The sky just opened up and it was downpour after downpour. We don't have that this morning, but we do expect some more downpours later this evening and tonight. So here's what's gonna happen. You've got the front. It's actually coming through Chicago right now. It's real close. It is pushing the brakes real hard. It is slowing down, and it may only get to about, let's say, here this evening. I mean, it's not moving quickly. So that means we're going to spark a new round of rain and storms along that front, wherever it exactly is, and we'll track it throughout the day. But because it's moving so slowly, some of these downpours are not going to move very quickly. And that's a problem, because wherever they sit, that's where we're going to rack up the rainfall totals quickly. We'll probably have some rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. So if you get a couple hours of it, you can do the math. It may not be great on how much rainfall we're picking up. There's a flood watch that is in effect. I'll show you that in a moment, but that's the front that's going to drive this weather here later today. Until that happens, though, we do have a lot of dry time. That rain chance will gradually go up. So we'll leave a small chance of rain for some of our southern counties for this morning, but a lot of us will be dry for the next few hours. Later this afternoon, we'll start getting isolated pop-ups. Then late this afternoon to the evening, we start getting more scattered and then numerous as nightfall takes place, and some really heavy rain is possible at times tonight. So that's why there's this flood watch in the darker green color. That includes a lot of us across central Indiana. This may be adjusted or expanded. We'll see. 1 to 3 inches, though, or more, would most likely be possible in these areas. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed that, but if we were to find those rainfall totals, probably somewhere in this batch. It just depends on exactly where that front is later today. And so that's our job. Lindsay and I are going to be watching that front all morning long. There's also severe risk. And this is what we were talking about with Julia just a moment ago. There could be a couple thunderstorms. There could be a few ones with severe winds. We'll watch those. And I think that risk kind of starts mainly after 2. So we'll see. But a lot of the storms will not be severe. They're just dumping a lot of heavy rain. That's why there's a level 2 out of 4 for excessive flooding. I know we've got scales all over the place in meteorology, but level 2 out of 4 because of the chance for some localized flooding in spots. Doesn't mean everyone's going to see flooding, but it does mean some of us probably will see at least some, depending on where you live, depending on where the biggest downpours are. Right now, though, we are dry. We've had a beautiful sky this morning. At times, it turned brilliantly red and pink across the area. It's a nice dry start for most of us. We're in the 60s. We're a little bit warmer than yesterday morning. You'll probably notice that difference, and a little bit more humid. You kind of feel like it could rain a little bit more, and that's going to be the forecast today. But a lot of us should hold mostly dry, but also mostly cloudy, I think, for the first half of the day. But I tell you what, when it's not raining, I think it's actually going to feel pretty good outside today, because you basically have that natural shade. We'll have temperatures in the 70s. Feel pretty good. Maybe you'll head to the Indiana State Fair today. Just know as the day goes on, that rain chance will go up. We're not guaranteeing rain at the fair per se, but there will be that chance, and it goes up through this evening, and then overnight tonight, a lot of us are getting soaked. So let's walk a little bit more through the timing, and then I'll go through Future Track 13. We'll take a look at the heaviest rain zone possible too. Generally, from about 2 o'clock onward, we're going to have the thunderstorm chance. Could be a spotty shower before then, but we'll start getting more of the storm and downpours popping up to and afterwards. But I really think the heaviest rain and most widespread rain will start picking up after about 7 or 8. That'll last through midnight until about 4 or 5 o'clock. Oh, we'll have to see. We'll track it tomorrow morning with you. We'll be here watching the rain as it leaves. But there is that chance for some localized flash flooding and also some lightning. I mean, it could be kind of loud at times with some gusty winds. So here's Future Track 13. Big disclaimer. The radar will not look exactly like this, but I can show you the general trend of what we're expecting. Up until lunchtime, a lot of us are fine, mostly cloudy, spotty shower possible. But this afternoon, we'll start getting a few downpours. A few thunderstorms here and there. They'll be hit or miss. I will say there is the overall trend for the north half of our area, so I-70 north for late this evening and into the first half of the night. The only reason why is because that's where the front will be first. Later throughout the night, the front will push south, and that'll eventually move the rain zone south. So here's how it plays out. A lot of heavy rain potentially at times. If you get in this corridor, which we're not exactly sure where it will be. I mean, it could be a county off. We'll see. But you get in this corridor, you're talking about very heavy rain for a good amount of time. And that's where we'll get that flooding risk. Gradually, we'll start pushing more of the rain chances farther south as the front pushes south, but even our southern counties could get wet here going up to tomorrow morning. So how much rain are we expecting? It won't look exactly like this, but I think a lot of us are at least getting a ½ inch to an inch, and then maybe even more depending on where that banding takes place. And there could easily be even more than 2 or 3 inches in a few spots. Could this be shifted north? Maybe. Could we shift this south? Possibly. I just don't like the zone that it's in now. It won't look exactly like this, but places like Wayne, Henry, Randolph, Fayette, and the Delaware, Madison, Hamilton counties, we don't need any more water, and we'll watch that risk overnight tonight. So we're going to have the weather team staff tonight. We'll be watching the downpours with you. We'll see, Lindsay, what the impacts are tomorrow morning. If we start getting some flooding, we may have to look at some roads and see what happens. But at least for now, we are dry.
Where will this water go and who will it exactly impact? And we're just hoping not the same zones, not the same folks who have already dealt with some of those flooding issues. All right, I want to take you up to the north side. This is kind of serving as a detour route due to some flood impacted roadways that will likely be closed for quite some time. This stretch of US 31 southbound right here at 116th Street got very backed up yesterday. A lot of folks using 116th Street as a detour because of the closure on 106th, a little east of here, closer to Hazeldale Parkway. And this is also already under construction, so you can just kind of see how that could quickly become an issue when traffic gets backed up. I want to take you up to the north side and show you where I'm talking about and some of these longer term closures that we're going to be dealing with. Obviously, we've got Hazeldale that remains closed in between 116th and 96th Streets. And again, a lot of folks, because of this closure leading up to that on 106th, using 116th Street. So just a quick reminder that 106 remains closed between Gray Road and Hazeldale Parkway.